You only used to the pre-record. Yeah, where I can edit out the BS, you know. But when every time we did a pre-record, I didn't edit out anything because like you always like, and that's the difference when you come across someone that has thought about life a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then like has thought through the BS on both from a male perspective as well as from a female perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you've had a lot of time to do a lot of introspection.
Yes.
And I feel like the viewers picked up on that as well. That's why you were one of the first fan favorites back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really excited. This is really different.
I feel like it's good to talk about this. I know you don't know what the level up is.
No.
M is a 10%er.
I don't even know what that means.
You don't know what it means. I think they know what that means.
Okay.
So when I say a 10%er, you make in the top 10%. I don't want to put all your business out like that, but from my knowledge, you make in the top 10% of people that live in the United States of America.
Okay. So
Savage is assuming that you don't provide for yourself, and she does. Savage. So here's the thing, because I see him say that, and I think that he has a perspective not based off of reality.
Okay.
But you provide for yourself.
Yes.
You're that top 10%. I believe it's like, I want to say it's like $80,000 a year. I forgot the math, but I have a website. It's called What Percent Are You?
Okay.
Maybe I'll bring it back up for fun, for shits and giggles.
No, I provide for myself very well, but thank you.
Yeah.
She said the assumption.
He's saying low key level up, I think, because you said that you're okay with being a rib, but there's an assumption there that you do not provide for yourself. Mm-hmm. That level up crew, the ones of the negative YouTube channels that I'm thinking about, they're more gold diggers. Right. And they're leveling up because they can't do it on their own. Yeah. There's a key distinction and difference there.
And I think it's important that I say that understand who you are as a man, because that's how women yield. The dollar amount I make to provide for myself is just my dollar amount. My security lies with how my man provides and leads for me. And providing is not always financial. So if I'm gonna provide peace, provide that, what are you providing too? It's not always a financial thing. So, but thanks for the assumption. First of all,
so you were married.
I was married.
Listen, but you just dropped a goddamn bomb.
I said it earlier. Yes, I'm post-divorce.
Did you say it earlier? I must have missed it.
Yeah, because somebody was like, divorce. That's when you told me to stop reading the chat.
Oh, okay. I must have missed it. Yeah.
Yes. So
would you get married again, and why? Fantastic question.
Absolutely. So I loved being married. I will always say this: just because my marriage didn't work out doesn't mean that it turned me off from marriage. It helped me learned. Oh my gosh. It helped me learn what marriage truly is, because I don't think I went into it right either. I'll admit that. I think I went into it with the best intentions ever, but I didn't understand it the best way ever. And I was 25. And I think for myself, it was young. And I think the both of us came in with two different perspectives and two different expectations, which we did not communicate. So now that I am where I am now, I'm able to communicate my expectations, my needs, and my wants, what I really want from a man. And honestly, at this point, it's just like, who are you? And do you own that aspect of your life? Like, what's your purpose? For me, faith-based, of course, but I hope I answered the why, but yeah, absolutely. Now, will I spend $30,000 getting married again? No. But,
it's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. It's a lot of money for the spectacle. I don't believe in the spectacle. I believe in marriage. I don't necessarily believe in the wedding, because all those people are rooting for you in the way that you think they are. You're spending a lot of money for people who just watching and waiting, which I'm pretty sure a lot of them watched and waited to see, this happen. If I have a marriage, I want it to be like, me, him, and God, and then the people who I know is going to hold us accountable to stay married. So that's where I am in life.
The thought phase never ends. A woman eventually walls out. Okay, I think age is out of the dating game, is what he's saying.
Okay.
By walls out. I know you're not familiar with the term, the wall.
Yeah.
She then runs out of enticing options and settles into settling down.
Okay.
If she marries early, she'll be a beast later. Salud, bro.
Okay.
Peace, chat. Salud to you, Dr. BOA. I appreciate the super chat. As always,
Yeah.
my dude.
The thought phase never ends. I'm trying to, I don't know how to respond to this. She then runs out of enticing options. Like, I understand that second statement because I think I talked about that. Like, there's a level of desperation at a certain age a woman feels, and we almost take what we can get. So I do get that, and she settles into settling down. One thing I learned from coming out of that is I have my non-negotiables, and I have things that I can work through. And so settle, and I realized there were a lot of things in my past relationship that I realized I settled for, but you don't recognize that up front. You really don't recognize that when you're into it, because you're willing to allow a lot of things because you want that situation to work out. But when you get into that desperation phase, and I know a lot of women get into that, you start just settling, you start accepting things, and you start enabling bad behaviors from men who really don't have a full purpose. If she marries early, she'll be a beast later. Meaning, if she marries early and then divorce, she'll be a beast later. Like, I really want to. Yeah.
And here's the thing. Let me ask you a follow-up question to that. Here's the thing, because I think like just as many dudes that are caught into the matrix, there's women that are caught into the matrix. So like, what is there anything, like, if you can go back to your younger years and you could instruct young M and say, this is what you need to know about life, what would that thing be, or things be?
Don't worry about men as early as I did. I was so caught up in that
picturesque kind of ending of life.
Like, you go to school, you get your career, you get your husband, you have your children, and vulnerable moment. Like, I had fertility issues. So when you have this image in your head and things aren't sequentially working in the way that you expected, your life is just like, but I did everything. You got people out here just having babies. Like, why can't I give my husband what, I want to give him? So I want to go back to my old self and just say, slow down. Like, think about what exactly is it that you want out of life. Not the first guy who pursues you. And he wasn't the first guy, but he really was that person who, treated me very, very well. Like, our relationship was really good. It just really was really bad at the end. Like, treated me very well. Wanted to provide for me, wanted to build this life with me. And I was really enamored by that. But I didn't actually know exactly what I wanted. And as I was going through therapy, even with him, it's just like, well, what do you expect from each other? And when we had our expectations, neither one of us met them. Because we were like, it's like, okay, this is what I expected, but we never talked about that when I was 22. Because I was 22 when I met him, and 25 when I married him. But at 22, you're like, you're just getting out of college. You're like, you're still trying to find yourself. And, I'm not saying that people who get married early don't make it out, but this is more for me. Like, I was still learning about myself. Who I am today, I think I'm the best version of myself ever. And I feel so much more confident in pursuing a life that ends in marriage than I did when I was at 25. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. I think that for you to go through a situation like that and to come out with them learnings like that of what you would teach your younger self, I think that it's important. You know what I'm saying? But I wish that stories like that would more proliferate the ideas and the minds of, those that share your same gender.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I think that the realization of the things that you've came to is healthy realizations. Yeah. It's healthy.
Oh, there's a phone line.
I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Listen, guys, if you want to come talk to me, oh, you nervous? I'm gonna open the phone lines real quick.
Don't be yelling at me.
Hey, Alicia.
Hey. I know this might be a little extreme, definitely for the Black community, but I feel like we could solve some of these issues because we're not vetting the people that we get in relationships with or even marry. So I don't know if other people have thought about this, but we might need arranged marriages, to be honest, because the guys you're saying you can't pick the right, you're picking wrong women that just want to use you for your money, the women vice versa. We just need to be arranged like some other cultures do, because we can't get it right. We can't get it right. And you have to, it has to be arranged, like the whole community needs to sign off on what you're doing. In your certain city, the whole Black community, You cannot get a divorce without you talking to the community. Like, seriously.
Alicia,
Because
yes.
that's not this. Oh, well, they're going to use it for my money because dudes looking for thoughts and girls are looking for F-boys. And the only way to kind of figure this out is you just going to have to get arranged.